Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello and welcome, my dear students, to our lesson of today, which is going to be about 5E. That's not funny. From the book Traveler 2. This lesson is for the first secondary stage from the second semester, prepared by Anna Madkhali and presented by Yasir al-Nakhli. Today, inshallah, we will practice sequencing events and practice idioms. Have you ever done anything very embarrassing? Okay, now let's go to vocabulary. Related to idioms, read the sentences below and decide what the expressions in bold express. How do the people feel? Use the words in the box. Use these words: surprised, embarrassed, annoyed. First, read the sentences, then decide how do the people feel. Okay, let's check our answers. Number 1. When I realized that everyone was laughing at me, I wanted the ground to swallow me up. Embarrassed. Number 2. Jack couldn't believe his eyes when he saw his brother's new car. Surprised. Number 3. Faye went red as a beetroot when she fell down and started crying in front of her classmates. Embarrassed. Number 4. My sister always borrows my clothes without asking me, and she never apologizes. She is getting on my nerves. Annoyed. 5. I don't want to enter the school competition because I will only make a fool of myself. Embarrassed. Number 6. That noise is driving me up the wall. I can't stand it. Annoyed. Number 7. I was lying on the sofa half asleep when the phone rang. I nearly jumped out of my skin. Surprised. Now let's go to listening. Look at the pictures first, at these pictures from A to D, and try to guess what happened to Len yesterday. Then listen to Len telling a friend about his experience and put the pictures in order. Is Len's story similar to what you expected? Okay, now check your answers and listen to Len's story, please.
Morning, Len.
Hi, John. Have you heard?
Heard what?
I did something really stupid yesterday.
You didn't make a fool of yourself during yesterday's meeting again, did you?
No, the meeting went very well.
So, what's up?
Well, you know Terry, the window cleaner?
Yeah, I really like him.
He's not too fond of me at the moment.
Why not?
You know he uses our office window to go outside sometimes.
Yeah, it's the easiest way to get to those high windows. And he was cleaning them yesterday. What happened?
Well, after a while, it started getting cold in here, so I closed the window without thinking. Then I had to go to the meeting, and it went on and finished after 8 o'clock. I had an appointment at the dentist, and I was kind of late. So after the meeting, I ran back here, turned the lights off and left. And I was the last one out of the office.
Oh, no, you didn't. So did the cleaners open the window to let him in later in the evening?
No. It was Tuesday yesterday, remember?
Of course. They come on Mondays, Wednesdays and Saturdays. So, who let him in?
Me. I came in early this morning because I had to prepare some notes, and as I sat down, I heard a tap on the window.
So he was out there all night? Len, that's terrible.
Please, I feel bad enough as it is.
What did you say to him?
I tried to apologize, but he didn't want to listen. He just left.
Looks like we'll need a new window cleaner.
You can say that again.
Okay, let's check our answers. This is number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Listen again and write T for true or F for false. Okay, let's check your answers. Number 1. Lynn did something stupid at the meeting. F or false. Number 2. John dislikes the window cleaner. False. 3. It was the first time the window cleaner used Lynn's office window to go outside. False. 4. Lynn was at the dentist at 8 o'clock. False. Number 5. The cleaners don't clean the office on Tuesdays. True. Number 6. The window cleaner was locked in Lynn's office all night. False. Now speaking, choose one of the pictures below and imagine that you are the person in it. Describe what happened to you and how you felt. Choose any character of this in here in this picture, okay, and try to imagine that you are the person in it. Okay, let's go to writing. An account of a true event. Read the account and answer the questions. When and where did the event take place? Number 2. How did the writer feel during and at the end of his experience? Number 3. What is the purpose of each paragraph? Number 4. Why does the writer use direct speech? Number 5. Which tenses does the writer use? Number 6. Which linking words does the writer use and why? Let's go and read A Day I Will Never Forget.
A day I'll never forget. Probably the most embarrassing thing I've ever done was 2 years ago. I was travelling by train, going from Paris to London with some friends from university. There were many people on the train, so I had to wait for almost half an hour to get some coffee. As soon as I sat down with my coffee, I realized I needed to get something from my luggage. So I said to my friends, "Nobody touch my coffee," and left. However, on my way back to my seat, I saw one of my friends sipping my coffee. I was furious. "Hey, that's mine," I shouted, and grabbed the cup, which wasn't a good idea, because I spilt the coffee all over him and even on a few other passengers. But the worst thing was that the person with the coffee wasn't my friend. It just looked like him from behind. My friends who were further up the train were laughing their heads off. I immediately apologized to the people, but they were still pretty angry with me. I wanted the ground to swallow me up. I'll never forget that day.
Okay, now let's check your answers. Number 1. When and where did the event take place? It took place 2 years ago on a train going from Paris to London. Number 2. In the middle of his experience, the writer felt furious. At the end of his experience, the writer felt embarrassed. Number 3. What is the purpose of each paragraph? The introductory paragraph, introduction, gives the background of the event and introduces the main characters. The second paragraph, or main part, describes how the event started and developed. The concluding paragraph, conclusion, describes the outcome of the event and makes a short comment on it. Number 4. Why does the writer use direct speech? Because he wants to make the account more realistic and interesting. Number 5. Which tenses does the writer use? The past simple or the past progressive? Number 6. Which linking words does the writer use and why? As soon as, but, or however, for contrast, because, for cause, so, or result, he uses them to make his writing flow. Now, join the pairs of sentences using the linking words, phrases in the box. More than one answer may be correct. Try to join these two sentences together. Take your time and answer these questions. Okay, let's check answers. As soon as or when I realized that Nasser was angry, I stopped laughing. I stopped laughing because I realized that Nasser was angry. I realized that Nasser was angry, so I stopped laughing. Number 2. While Abdullah was running up the stairs, he fell and broke his leg. Abdullah fell and broke his leg as he was running up the stairs. Number 3. Bob took a taxi to work because he was late. Bob was late for work, so he took a taxi. 4. As soon as they left the room, the baby started crying. When they left the room, the baby started crying. 5. I start work at 9 a.m. So, but I get up at 8 o'clock. I get up at 8 o'clock because I start work at 9 o'clock. Number 6. As soon as we had dinner, we went out. Or before we went out, we had dinner. Let's go now to evaluation. Match column A with column B. Try to match these sentences, please. Okay, let's check our answers. Number 1, C. Number 2, E. Number 3, A. Number 4, B. Number 5, F. And number 6, D. Okay, today we learned practice sequencing events and practice idioms. These are the references to refer to students' book, workbook, teacher's guide, and Google Clip Arts for pictures. For more information and lesson, please do not hesitate to call us on our website, our Twitter account, or our phone number. Thank you, and hope to see you again. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.